There are still signs of the world serpent all over the lake. But we saw him disappear at Ragnarok.
That can only mean the legend was true all along. That blow from Thor sent Jormungandr straight back in time. A younger Jormi, fresh from Jotunheim, would grow into the serpent we know.
When we first met the snake, you said that he found Atreus familiar. Perhaps they met in Jotunheim.
Perhaps so, brother. We'll have to ask the lad for that story when we next see him.
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Let's right, it's coming fire!
Enemies on the left!
Suspect that's all of them.
These were coal raiders. Infamous for
Eating wolves. Atreus and I rescued ours from such an encampment.
That was kind of you. The coal raiders have been a blight on this land. The way they've abused its creatures. Perhaps we should do something about them.
Perhaps.
Brother, what you said before about the oracles of your lands being fooled by their own prophecies, I get the sense that was coming from personal experience, aye?
Yes.
Brother, what is it?
The wolves are distracted.
Kratos, a raider encampment.
Shall we take care of them, brother? Behind you!
That is all of them. Freya, something is on your mind. What is it?
Freyr's sword. I'm glad he got it back.
Odin stole it?
Not quite. It couldn't be...
They still whine.
Poor things. They can smell no danger.
The wolves fear that which can no longer hurt them.
The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present. You have to understand that.
Brother, what you said before about the oracles of your lands being fooled by their own prophecies, I get the sense that was coming from personal experience, aye?
Yes. Once, I sought the Oracle for a means to break my bondage to Ares.
Hold that thought. I think it's about to get violent.
Attack the spring! Hurry before it recovers!
wasted! Nicely done! Keep on it!
When Jormungandr attacked Thor in Asgard, it seemed personal somehow. But there's no way they could have met before that, is there?
I've been pondering that, and I have a theory. We know the lad spent time in Jotunheim learning soul magic. Perhaps the serpent figured in.
You mean Atreus placed some other giant soul into him? Someone who already hated Thor to begin with?
Exactly! Though that doesn't narrow it down much, I grant you. I wonder if Yorm even remembers after all this time who he once was.
Mimir, there's something I wanted to ask you about. Hildisvini told me about your visit to secure Hel's army, but was reluctant to elaborate when it came to negotiating with Hrassfelder.
Brother, what's wrong?
The wolves are distracted.
Another Coal Raider camp. Kratos, we should do something about them.
Left flank! Incoming fire!
Incoming fire! Now maybe the wolves will cease their whining. wolves.
I grow tired of your lack of empathy for your own wolves.
It's Demos, isn't it, brother?
I should not have told you of Demos.
You see yourself in these wolves, in their fear.
Let us keep moving.
Isn't that the spear from Tyr's statue?
Wish for peace. Be ready for war.
Oh, that's astute of the elves. Tyr never sought war, but he knew he had to be ready for it.
Aye. Best be armed than not. Impressive-looking weapon, isn't it?
It is big.
Mimir, now that we have a moment, can I ask you about your mission to Helheim with Hildisvini?
Ah, yes. Well, I can see why he'd hold off on such a subject until he saw if we survived the battle.
Hold. The wolves cannot focus.
Raider on the left! Raider on the left!
Kratos! Their chieftain!
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Take it off, Matt!
The chieftain. Was he the one who captured the wolves before you freed them?
I do not know.
Regardless, they should draw some comfort from his death. Your homeland.
It was violent and cruel.
Sounds no different from these lands.
It was warmer.
They're still scared.
Not of the raiders. Do not be afraid. You are safe. Good. Good boys.
Girls.
Good girls.
That must be Tyr's helmet from his statue.
Win mines, not wars.
Tyr understood the greatest fight of them all was the battle for people's hearts and minds.
What exactly did you promise the large bird in Helheim?
Oh, nothing too horrifying. It's just that she'd like to retire.
Retire? Hell's Eagle wants to retire?
Indeed. And don't ask me what she expects to do with her free time. I assure you there is no reassuring answer.
Can she even do that? Not be hell?
Apparently so. She just requires relief. Someone else to step in and become hell, as it were.
Set that aside for now. Come.
More bloody drops. You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
Whatever.
Reminds me of tales of a cruel empress. One too angry to die.
We will see.
Well, lady, I was curious about some of the flora we've encountered on our travels.
And you will remain curious. It's not my job to teach you everything, Mimir.
Look, I was just asking.
And you have been told.
Oh, you can say that again.
An abandoned camp.
Whoever was here left long ago.
What did you find?
A list of provisions needed to prepare a meal.
A recipe? Who left that way out here?
Let's take a look at the ingredients. Perhaps the recipe will lead us to them. Looks like initials. Do they match the ones in that recipe book you found?
I imagine we might find one of those ingredients. Ah, I knew I recognized those initials. The Ballad of Yari and Somar.
I'm not familiar.
An old tale, but a good one nonetheless. The carving marks their passage through this realm. We could always try and find the others if you're curious. I must say, I think we make a good team. With my brain, Kratos' brawn, and my lady's,
Wisdom? Magic? Ability to tolerate you for long periods of time?
I was going to say brutality.
That works. So let me see if I understand. We're expected to find someone to relieve Hrasfelder and become Hell? Not exactly an office many would wish to occupy.
Aye. Terrible weather, infinite hours, and the possibility of unleashing terrible mischief on the realms if they're careless.
No more for now. Focus. Another Berserker gravestone.
Raggy the Zealot! Raggy the Zealot!
For King Brawl! Feel his wrath! Guide me, my king!
Raggy the Zealot!
For King Brawl! Feel his wrath! Guide me, my king!
He's not worth wasting my breath over. His Berserker champion's even less so. Trash. Just a lot of them.
Why wait until now to speak of them?
Before, there was nothing to be done. And finding that help changed things.
So, how worried should we be, Mimir, about the Hraesvelgr situation?
Oh, it'll be trouble for all of us if the position is filled by someone unfit. Or worse, if they aren't completely trustworthy.
But if she were to leave without a replacement?
Complete chaos, yes.
Well, I'm sorry I asked.
Behind you, brother! Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost! Well, if there's more of these Asgard fragments out there, the Einherjar will continue to be a nuisance for the realms.
Only if we do nothing. The realms will never heal if they remain.
How many more?
Only one way to find out. I see another realm tear from Garm. Shall we close it? Lassa! Lassa. But I'm sure our work is far from over.
It is gone.
I think the Norns are quite done with us, brother. Freya, you once revived a giant's corpse to stop a certain fight we won't talk about. Could you call on that power again?
Maybe. Do you have a massive giant's corpse for me to revive?
No?
Well, there you go.
Brother, can we get back to what you were saying about the Oracle of your homeland? You mentioned trying to escape your bondage to Ares.
Yes, but we will speak of this later.
Know anything about the frozen dragon?
It was Baldur's. He took Atreus, tried to escape with him. We fought on its back.
The things he put you through.
Odin gave the commands. The blame is his. Freya, you spoke of your brother's sword. How did Odin acquire it?
I'll answer this one. Odin, disguised himself as the most beautiful person Freyr had ever seen.
This separated Freyr from his sword.
Oh, with embarrassing speed.
I am glad Freyr ultimately retrieved it.
Me too. My little queen.
In there so deep.
Am I hearing voices again?
You are Atreus' friend.
Ah! Oh! Hi! Hey! You're Loki's dad, right? Saw you at the whole Ragnarok thing. I'm Skilder.
The lad who's been organizing the displaced Midgardians. What are you doing?
Oh, Loki told me this story about Odin inviting him to Asgard and giving him an Aesir coin that you threw away, and well, I thought I'd come here and see if I could find it. And I did, if you can believe it. But, it's kind of stuck, because you're, like, crazy strong, apparently. I'm sorry, did you want to keep it?
No. It is yours.
You sure? It's probably really valuable. I mean, that's not why I'm after it, but If I were gonna sell a genuine Asgardian artifact touched by at least 3 gods, I'd expect that'd fetch, well, a whole lot. Probably enough to buy my own boat, set out, make my fortune.
The coin is yours. Good luck to you.
Thanks. You too. And if you see Thrude, never mind.
You sure we shouldn't help him out?
He needs to feel he earned it. Let him do so.
What's that outpost?
Hi, Kratos.
What is wrong?
No, nothing. It's just, don't know if you've heard, but we're gonna say goodbye to Brock in Svartalfheim.
A funeral.
Yeah. We're meeting at Rab's Tavern in Nidavellir.
We will be there.
Good thing we didn't miss that. You won't believe it, Mummy. This crest belongs to Fjotorlund.
Fjotorlund, you say? Now that's where Sigrun was from.
Another crane. Seems it only rotates in the other direction.
They're ethereal! Half my arrows!
This mentions a spell that puts trolls to sleep, and a magic relic that acts as a sort of counterspell. Well, that relic certainly did the trick. I somewhat missed fighting trolls, didn't you? Don't forget to grab what they dropped. I think Lunda could make some armor out of it.
So this outpost is what's left of Fjortulund. Sigrun spoke of growing up with these people before she joined the Valkyries.
A musical instrument. From your homeland, isn't it? Can you play?
Yes.
Will you?
No.
Now, where have we seen an artifact like that before?
Tyr's vault.
You know, brother, Sigrun told me her kingdom housed a great treasury filled with the spoils of her family's conquests. Perhaps this outpost holds some of that treasure.
Is that all she told you, Mimir?
Did she say where?
No, just that they kept it hidden.
The Alpha!
What's that? Well done.
Perhaps those runes over there can shed some light. What? No, she never mentioned.
Is that a key?
Wonder what lock that key belongs to.
No lock. It is broken.
Not broken. It's just split in half. Perhaps we could find its partner.
The Alpha! Right side! The Alpha!
Mimir, what did those runes say?
Secret. She loved another. A king named Helge.
What is it?
I spent a lot of time tinkering up and down the river delta in Vanaheim. Once Odin's army came to town, I lit out of there faster than a Tetzel worm with its bottom ablaze. So I was so frazzled I accidentally left behind a few irreplaceables.
What? Irreplaceables?
Well, just one, really. An orb.
What is it?
And I'll
What is...
just...
What sort of orb do you imagine we're looking for, brother?
I do not know.
Mimir, I never asked how it felt to lose your head.
What would you have me say? That it tickled?
Merely curious.
If you wish to derive some satisfaction from my pain, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Kratos swung swift and true, didn't you, brother? I felt nary a scratch.
Shame. Wait. The shield that's blocking the entrance. It looks exactly like the one from Tyr's statue.
It's another piece of Tyr's likeness sent flying across the lake. Ended up lodged right into this building, apparently. All this must have been hidden behind the ice until that shield smashed through it.
It avoids every attack!
Could be useful. Well done. Now we just need to open the gate. Well done.
It was not intentional.
Oh, sure. My arrows can't go through walls, I'm afraid. Together again. Namir, does this look like an abandoned treasury?
Aye, it does.
It's Sigrun's family crest. Looks like a vault door to me. That key we found in another part of Sigrun's kingdom. Think it'll unlock it?
Not when it's broken in two.
Then let us find the other half.
Brother, can we get back to what you were saying about the Oracle of your homeland? You mentioned trying to escape your bondage to Ares.
Yes.
Hold that thought. I think I hear something sizable. Meeting the Lady of the Forge really brought back some memories. I thought it was only in my homeland you'd see such things.
Mermaids who forge weapons.
Aye. I remember very fondly a lake nymph called Nimue. Very talented with a sword.
Mimir.
I meant that literally. Shame on you. She made the best swords in all the Isles and had big dreams about what she'd do with them one day. I wonder what became of her.
Ready that shield!
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
I don't understand why they keep fighting. Can't they sense Odin is dead?
They are soldiers. They will always be loyal to him, alive or dead. It is a matter of honor.
Yes, they will continue to follow his orders and keep the realms under his thumb.
Not for long, they won't. Kratos, tell me of an adversary from your homeland. It will serve us well if I understand more of your battle tactics.
There was Medusa, queen of the Gorgons. Her gaze turned men to stone. A mirror would turn her own powers against her. Or, you may remove her head, but that is the hard way.
Which did you choose?
The hard way.
Forget I asked.
Brother, can we get back to what you were saying about the Oracle of your homeland? You mentioned trying to escape your bondage to Ares.
Yes. One priestess had visions that showed her Olympus would be brought to ruin by the god of war. Therefore she helped me, intending to undermine Ares and protect her realm. She did not foresee that I would kill him and take his office. In the end, I proved her vision of doom correct.
So the Oracle herself brought about the very future she hoped to avoid. I'm so very relieved we didn't do the same. Never seen craftsmanship like this before. Can't imagine how old it is.
The oarsmen. A monument to conquerors.
Made some lovely warships, though.
It's too fast! Use your shield!
Look, there's some debris over there. I'm guessing from Tyr's poor statue.
Iron peace, not a golden war.
Tyr used to talk about how heavy the cost of war was compared to its bounties. He felt like it was his responsibility to avoid it.
Aye, and everyone worshipped him for it.
Another sign from Fjotunland, Mimir.
Behind you, Kratos! Good
This is a tomb.
Watch yourself.
Sad to see Sigrun's homeland in such a terrible state.
You know, Mimir, if you want to take advantage, you might not like everything you find.
So, she loved another before me. There are worse things to discover about someone you love.
There it is. The other staircase.
Arrows, brother! Arrows!
Look, the other half of the vault key.
Maybe those runes can give us a bit of history about this place. It can't be.
It is.
Oh, Mimir.
Now that we've made the key whole again, we should head back to the treasury. See what fortunes await inside. King Helgi massacred her family just because he couldn't have her. Only her brother, Prince Dogger, survived to kill the Mad King.
Sigrun and her brother had issues over that.
Oh, and all the time Sigrun and I spent with each other, she never mentioned anything about this.
Maybe she liked the way you saw her.
Right side, incoming!
Circling back to the topic of prophecies brought about by the efforts to avoid them, I think I can recall such a story as you mentioned, brother. A Greek tale for the stage. Rather lurid, but very popular. You know the one?
Every Greek knows the tragedy of the Theban king.
Yeah, word gets around about that sort of thing. I preferable to silence at last? A rare day. I'm touched. But since you mention it, there has been one on my mind of late. It goes back to my earliest days, when I had little more to do than observe the mortals who passed through our forest.
Enough talk for now. Be ready.
Dead on the throne.
Kratos!
My arrows are the only way! Oh no. Here sits Prince Dagger. I can't believe he's still here.
Prince Dagger? That the corpse of Sigrun's brother? How'd he end up like that, then? Freya? Why won't you answer me?
Are you certain you want to read this?
No, brother. You do it.
It seems Sigrun put a curse on her brother for killing the Mad King.
No. Truly?
She did not know the Mad King had murdered her family. Once she did, it was too late. She had cursed her brother. That is why she joined the Valkyries. To atone.
You knew all about Sigrun's family, didn't you, Freya?
It was not my story to tell.
Funny. Learning all this only makes me love her more. She chose me despite my flaws, my regrets. Knowing she has some of her own makes me feel closer to her.
I am glad to hear it.
Something else I recall about that Greek player mentioned, if you won't take offense to the critique. As a work of performance, it consisted almost entirely of watching people give speeches and receive terrible news. It might have been nice to see more events dramatized instead of described.
It is Greek tradition for a story to unfold in a single time and place uninterrupted. It is more clear.
If you say so. Well, seems like a good time to get back to that story you asked for, brother. One summer, a local laird of renowned eccentricity chose to sequester himself with a small coterie of kinsmen and followers.
Another time. We must focus.
Hey, near the little shop I'm running out in the Alpine Desert, there's something y'all are probably gonna want to see. You need it? I got it. a spell?
What is this?
Ravens. The ones we've been destroying. Odin's little spies. Hang on a minute. Is this a prison?
It would seem so.
Let's continue. Might be something useful inside.
Nasty hit! You all right, brother?
If the Einherjar survived Ragnarok, perhaps some of the inmates did as well.
Let us find out.
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost! Right side!
Who was he?
I don't know. A gardener, perhaps? Dreamshade is difficult to keep alive, even under the best conditions, but this... He gave all his strength to keep it alive.
Then it is right. You should have it.
Odin hid something here. I know it. We should find a way to the cell on the other side.
Don't let him complete his spell! How come?
Freya! I can't believe it.
Wait, that can't be. Lord Tyr.
Is this an illusion?
No, brother. No, I think it's the real deal.
Mimir? Is that you, old friend?
In all the important ways, aye.
There was such a commotion. If Odin learns what you've done...
Odin is dead.
The realms are at last free of him. You're safe.
Odin's dead.
And Asgard fallen.
So the reign of the Aesir is truly over. That's quite a lot to take in. And you are?
His name is Kratos.
Kratos. I know that name.
Come. You need real shelter. Food.
No. No, what I need most now, I think, is to reflect on what you've told me. I need space, if you would grant me that.
Very well. Our home is in the realm between realms for the moment. You can find us there when you're ready.
Kratos. I know you from somewhere. I'm sure it will come back to me.
Until then. You believe that was truly him?
It's hard to trust anything after what we've been through. But with Odin gone, I've no cause to doubt it.
Our paths will cross again. Of that I'm sure. Where to now?
Well, now we know what this prison's for. This is where Odin stashed those he would camouflage himself as.
Makes sense. If you're going to imitate someone, you wouldn't want them walking around.
Why not kill them?
He must need them alive in order to assume their form.
Aye. Odin likely wanted Tyr dead for a multitude of reasons, but he knew Tyr would be more useful alive.
Your god of war has truly returned. What now?
He'll want to stretch his legs, I imagine. Imprisonment stokes wanderlust. Not that I need to remind any of us of that.